Today I'm going to talk about The Man with the Golden Gun. It's from 1974 and stars Roger Moore in his second outing as James Bond. It runs 125 minutes. That's kind of usual for a Bond film, just over 2 hours. And this one, the budget was a little bit smaller. It was only 7 million. So they were kind of lowering the budget a little bit. It did make 97.6 million back though. Although that was quite poor for a Bond film. I think it's the 4th lowest. So it was kind of a bit of a disappointment. Also the critics seem to not like this film, but I quite like it. It's quite good. It's Guy Hamilton who directed it, and this is his last film he directed for Bond. He's the guy who did Goldfinger. He also did Diamonds Are Forever and Live and Let Die. So he was pretty used to doing Bond films by now. And Guy Hamilton seems to likes to inject lots of humour into the Bond films. So all 4 of these films are very witty. But the best thing about this film is the cast. All the regulars are back. Bernard Lee as M, Lois Maxwell as Miss Moneypeeny, Desmond Liewelyn as Q. But also the major villains played by Christopher Lee. The same guy who played Dracula. So excellent cast. Britt Ekland's in as a Bond girl. Maud Adams. She'd go on to be in Octopussy. So great cast this. We even have, oh I better not say the word, begins with a D. It's for what you call small people. But it's that guy who used to be in Fantasy Island. You know, the little short bugger. He was a funny little bugger, that dwarf. You call him Nack. So he's dead funny, the little short guy. Lou sings the Bond theme. It's alright, but it's not one of the best. The song itself, although it's not very good, during the film, the soundtrack, it's really good. I watched this on Blu-ray. And the transfer is excellent. It's the best I've ever seen this film. Like vibrant colours and crystal clear. They're really good, the James Bond Blu-rays. Roger Moore's 46. He still looks young for a 46-year-old. It's interesting in this film, he plays his character like darker. And he's more grumpier throughout the film. They try to make him be similar to Christopher Lee's Scaramanga. That was kind of the theme of the film, that they're both similar but also kind of opposite. So Roger was told to play Bond like with a darker edge in this film, and you can tell. There's some great car chases as well. I love the stunt that jumps over the river and the car turns 360 degrees till it reaches the other side of the river. That's one of the best stunts I've ever seen. It's a pity there wasn't more money spent on this film though, because you can tell it's not as epic as sort of like earlier Sean Connery films like Thunderball and You Only Live Twice. Like they're on a massive epic scale. In this film, it's a lower budget, but it's okay because the film's sort of like more lower key. It's just about Bond versus this assassin. Britt Ekland gets a lot of stick as well by critics, but I kind of thought her character wasn't too bad considering the tone of the film, because it's meant to be funny and stuff, so it didn't really matter if she was a bit of a bimbo. Christopher Lee steals the show though. He's one of the best villains in the Bond series actually. He's a really interesting character. He has 3 nipples. Hey, I never knew Dracula had 3 tits! And it's suggested he's domineering Maud Adams, his mistress. It's her who sends James Bond the golden bullet. So she was hoping Bond would help her out. That bloody Dracula, he was a right bloody shithouse. One of the best parts of the film is the dinner conversation between Scaramanga and Bond. It's excellent when Bond gets captured and the villain kind of wines and dines him and has a conversation with him instead of just shooting Bond. But this one's one of the best. There's loads of good lines. Roger has a good one when he tells Scaramanga that there's a useful 4-letter word and you're full of it. Scaramanga also has some great lines. Christopher Lee's brilliant at comedy. I like the bit where he says he was always fond of that mausoleum. Put him in it.
Mr. Fatt has just resigned. I'm the new chairman of the board. He always did like that mausoleum. Put him in it.
This film, although it is funny, there is quite a lot of... It's a bit more serious than I thought it was. It sort of like contradicts a little bit. Sometimes it's whimsical, sometimes it's serious. I don't mind humour in films, as long as when it has to be serious, it is serious. So this is a good example.
I'm now aiming precisely at your groin. Says speak over of a hold your peace. Critics
always say that Roger Moore was a bad actor, but I think he's an excellent actor for what he does. Like, he was kind of typecast in these action films, and like romantic leads and stuff. But if you check out the film The Man Who Haunted Himself, where he plays a double of himself, that proves that he was an excellent actor. There's like a good scene where he breaks down and cries in that film. So it kind of proved that he can act, Roger. So overall, this is an excellent film. Dracula versus James Bond. How can you not like that? Although it's not like one of the best. I wouldn't put it in my top 10 Bond films. But it is excellent. So overall, I'd give it 9 out of 10. Doesn't quite get a 10. It's really good entertainment value. What do you think, Bones? Did you like it?
You can't beat Roger Moore as James Bond.
Yeah! Okay, everybody, bye! See you next time and subscribe and like. Bye! Bye!